And we're still continuing to track this wintry mess across central Texas. We're going to take you over to our exclusive Viper radar across the region. We're still seeing some sort of that wintry mix across Waco, Temple, and Killeen. That freezing rain has now kind of transitioned into sleet. Our far northwestern counties, if you push it up closer towards Dallas and Fort Worth, the atmosphere in the mid-levels and the upper levels are actually starting to cool a little bit more rapidly, so they're seeing a little bit of snow. I do expect a little bit of flurries maybe in Brownwood and over towards Comanche, but most of us are going to stay within this wintry mix as we head towards this afternoon with a combination of sleet and freezing rain. Still watching some rainfall across the Brazos Valley as temperatures are still above freezing. Our live Centex seamless gutter sky tracker outside of Woodway, Killeen, over in Temple and Bryan and College Station. Temple still covered in freezing rain, so we can't show you that. But over in Killeen, we are still watching ice on the roads as well as accumulated sleet from overnight into this morning. This is going to continue as we head into the afternoon, as well as over in Woodway. This is pointing northeast outside of Highway 84. Not a whole lot of traffic on the roads, which is a good thing. We don't want to see a lot of you guys out in this. Very treacherous to drive in, that is for sure. Ice is not fun to drive in. If you are an expert in winter driving, definitely not in ice. Nobody can drive in ice, that is for sure. But snow is a little bit different because you have a little bit more traction on your tires. Road conditions across central Texas are icy from Hillsboro to Mejia down towards Cameron. A little bit of maybe some flurries over in Temple and Killeen. It says snow. I think the radar is picking up on some snow. I think it's getting a little bit confused with some of the wintry mix possible across the area. Like I said, our far northwestern counties near Brownwood and Comanche. On top of that ice, could be seeing a little bit of flurries across the area. Again, down towards Bryan and College Station and Brenham, still watching some wet conditions across the road. And with that, we are going to take you over to what the road conditions look like across Waco, Temple, and Killeen. Still seeing a lot of that wintry mix accumulated across the roads. And like I said, this is going to continue into tonight, going to refreeze tonight into tomorrow as temperatures are going to stay below freezing. It'll refreeze tomorrow night and looking more likely to melt as by the time we get into Saturday, as temperatures look to warm just a little bit above freezing. Ice accumulations over the last 24 hours have been around 1/10 of an inch here in Waco, up towards Hillsboro, Gatesville, and Lampasas. Like I said, Brownwood and Comanche, they don't have that little pink color, so I think a little bit more snow is starting to filter into the area. To your north, you are seeing a little bit more snow across the area, so I definitely think that is filtering into Brownwood and Comanche. Down towards Bryan and College Station, as well as in Brenham, starting to pick up on that wintry mix as temperatures are still dropping below freezing. Road conditions across the area, road temperatures I should say, are in the teens and lower 20s. So anything that falls is going to stick to the roads because everything is below freezing. If you're going to see freezing rain, that's going to stick to the objects like your cars, the roads, sidewalks, even on the outer skirts of the roads as well. Temperatures across the area are still hanging out in the teens and lower 20s, except the Brazos Valley. They are seeing the lower 30s. Again, they're starting to fall into that freezing mark. So they are going to start to see that transition between rain into freezing rain and sleet as we head into the afternoon. But 25 degrees here in Waco. If you factor in those winds out of the north, anywhere between 15 to 20 miles per hour, some gusting to 25 and 30 miles per hour, it actually feels more like 12 degrees here in Waco. It feels like 3 degrees up in Brownwood, 8 degrees in Llano, 11 degrees in Lampasas, and 16 degrees in Comanche. And like I said, a lot of this is accumulated on the roads and on your cars, a lot of this ice and sleet. But we haven't had a ton of power outages across central Texas. The power lines and the trees have not accumulated a ton of ice. If we can pull up that map really quick just to show you what exactly we are looking at. Again, not a ton of power outages. There are a few customers affected currently, 203 people without power across the area. And if we move it over into our southeastern counties, we are watching about 13 people affected without power. So not a ton of power outages, which is a good thing because I know a lot of people have that scare of the winter storm from last year, but this is unlike last year. Definitely a lot more mild than last year, that is for sure. As we take it over to tonight into tomorrow, like I said, precipitation will move out of here from west to east. We are still going to be watching any ice that accumulated from today into tonight. That's going to stick around likely until Saturday as temperatures will be above freezing until then. So be careful if you have to be out on the roads tonight, even into tomorrow as well. The big stories we head into tomorrow morning and Saturday morning are going to be the wind chills. Those winds are still going to be out of north anywhere between 15 to 20 and some gusting to 30 miles per hour. So it'll feel more like around 1 degree to maybe 11 degrees as we wake up Friday morning and Saturday morning. As always, keep it here with Fox 44 News. We will most definitely warn you first. And if you have any pictures, make sure to send them to us via Facebook, Twitter, or maybe Instagram, or you can email us at news@kwkt.com. We'll be back with a few more updates.